Hey guys, this is Tony coming to you live from my garage again. I thought I would make a quick little video on the water pump on the Porsche Boxster. So this is the engine out of a 2001 Porsche Boxster S. So it is the 986 and it is the 3.2 liter flat six. So one thing that happens to these engines is the water pump fails, and it's extremely common. You see it, I see it all the time. And I wanted to show you where the water pump is, what it takes to replace it, and mention that you should replace it. It's almost a preventative maintenance kind of item. You change the oil, change the spark plugs, you change the water pump. So on this engine, you're looking at it from what would be the front. This guy here is the front engine mount, alternator, and the water pump is down here, the bottom corner. I have it off. I have it sitting there with one screw, or one bolt. Now this would be, since the motor is it sits in the car this direction, if you were to pull that panel off of the back seat, from behind the seats, you would be looking right in, right in this area. The belt would be on here, and the water pump would be down on the bottom left side looking back. So that's passenger side of the car is where the water pump sits. There's 7 bolts that hold it on. You can get to this from either under the car or through the front. You can get to the bolts. It's a pain. Extensions, small hands, all that stuff make it easier. But I'm gonna pull this one bolt out to show you. So the water pump comes off, and that's inside the block, or inside the engine, the flow. And then on the bench here, we flip it over. It has this plastic fins. Now this one still is actually in okay condition. I replaced them when I'm putting a new motor back in or working on them or doing anything. I'll replace them. I've seen them fail, probably around 70,000 miles, I think is about a common 70,000 to 80,000 miles, you'll see them fail. This motor did have 77,000 miles on it when I pulled this one out, and it looks okay. I don't think it had ever been replaced. I'm pretty sure it had not. But these will crack off. I've seen the bearing fail. And you have no flow. Now, the unfortunate thing about this is when these do fail, if the engine gets hot, it's known for cracking the head. So it's a really bad thing. And I've had 2 of these that I've bought with cracked heads, and gone through replacing them. I'm getting them fixed and getting the heads replaced. But in both cases, the water pump failed around 80,000 miles, and the engine overheated and it cracked the head. So that's a catastrophic failure if that happens. So to prevent that from happening, you do preventive maintenance and you replace this guy. I can't remember what they run off Pelican Parts, a couple $100 I think, but it is very, very cheap insurance. It's not too hard to do. It's kind of a little bit of a pain to get to, but it can be done easily in the car, and it's definitely worth doing. Also worth noting, the thermostat sits right behind here, next to it. So that actually sits right in there, and there's 4 bolts that hold that on. So if you're going to do the water pump, may as well do the thermostat at the same time. You can place that as a whole piece. So again, just wanted to show you again. This is off a 2001 Boxster, Porsche Boxster S, 3.2 liter. And I think that's about it. If you have any questions, let me know, but it's worth doing and highly recommended.